Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Oakland Athletics franchise here on MLB The Show 24. And today we're going to have our third edition of Down on the Farm, where we take a look at our minor league clubs and see how they're doing, as well as potential guys who could be joining the team in the future or have just had really good years. We're going to start off in Double-A with the Midland Rockhounds, who are sitting 28-35 on the season, so it has not been good for them as they get ready to wrap up the first half of the season in the Texas League South. The big guy to watch out for in Double-A is Jacob Wilson. He is our top prospect, and he's finally been called up to Double-A after spending the first part of his year in High A. He is our best prospect. He is the 53rd overall in all of baseball, and we're going to get our first look at him today. There's also Max Muncy to watch out for in this game. He's been doing pretty good, 64 overall with only C potential, but he's been hitting a very hot bat, 314 average. He's our fourth best in our organization, and he is another guy to watch out for us today. Also on the mound, we'll see Steven Echevarria, who we saw actually make his Double-A debut in the last Out on the Farm episode, and he's been pitching really good. At 18 years old, 65 overall, he's improving. He could really see his stock rise in this series, and if he continues to play like that, and that's part of the charm of things like this. He's currently our 8th organizational prospect. Now we're going to be facing the Double-A affiliate of the Texas Rangers again, the Frisco Rough Riders. So the guy to watch out for them is Sebastian Wolcott, their 14th prospect in all of baseball. He is a future star from the Bahamas who signed in last January to an IFA deal. But we're here in Momentum Bank Ballpark. Yes, I use real stadiums here and Down on the Farm, so if you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. Echevarria is on the mound to begin, and he gets through the first half of the inning, 1, 2, 3. On the mound for the Riders will be Tim Brennan, who's got a very good season of his own going on. Here's the first at-bat of Jacob Wilson, as we get to see here in the series, and he hits a shot down the left field line with 2 away, and that is going to be a 2-out double for our top prospect. Wilson was the number 6 overall pick last year. I'd love to see him continue to improve and go up the minors. It's going to be a fun thing to watch. Next batter is McCann, and Kyle McCann's going to hit this one into the outfield. So in the first inning, Midland takes a 1-0 lead after the RBI single. Next up is Tim Schofield-Sam, and he will ground this one over to second, and that will end the first inning. Go top 2 now. Here's the first at bat of Sebastian Wolcott, hitting 286 down here in Double-A, and he begins the second inning with a leadoff single. Now, 2 batters go down. That brings up Capers, and after the single, nothing will happen for Frisco. Bottom 2 now, Max Muncy leads off for the Rockhounds, and he actually gets plunked, hit on the arm. He's not too happy about that fastball running in. Now 1 down for Butler. He's going to ground this over to shorts, and well, that will do it for the second inning as they go 6-4-3. Go top 4 now. Here's Wolcott back up at the dish, and this time Echevarria strikes him out looking on the low fastball. Bottom 4 now, Wilson, his second at bat, he draws a walk, so he gets on base for the second time today. 2 down now for Max Muncy, and Muncy's going to rip a slider deep left field and out of here. Max Muncy with a 2-run shot gives the Rockhounds a 3-0 lead. Muncy was the number 25 overall pick back in 2021, and we are pretty good at catcher in the organization, but if he continues to play like that, it's going to be hard to deny him. Top 5, here's Acosta, another top prospect for the Rangers. He hits one well off the center field wall. He's got some speed. He's actually going to go try to get 3, and he's not going to be tagged, but for some reason, he's going to head home, and, well, that was very interesting to say the least. I don't know what he was doing there, but hey, it's Double-A baseball. Later in the 5th, Hatcher is going to pop out to center field as Echevarria is through 5 shutout innings. Top 6, can he make it 6? 2 down for Easley, and he swings through a changeup. 6 scoreless for Echevarria. Another solid start for him. Daniel Robert will come in relief in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Frisco Rough Riders. He has 1 down for Jacob Wilson, who's reached twice today, and he's going to make it another one. 2 for 2 hitting, as well as the walk. A great day for Jacob Wilson. 2 down now for Schofield-Sam, who gets underneath the fastball, so nothing will happen with the single from Wilson, as that will end the 6th. Going into the 7th now, David Leo, the lefty, will come in to replace Echevarria's day, as we continue to host a 3-run lead, as he will get Wolcott to strike out on the inside cutter. That's 2 down. Next batter, Osuna. He hits it up the middle for a base hit, so Frisco trying a little bit of a 2-out rally here in the 7th. That'll actually do it for Leo. They're going to bring in Jack Weisenberger, The righty trying to match up against one of the top prospects in Acosta, who tried an inside-the-park home run earlier. He's going to bloop this one to right. And again, they're going to wave the runner home, and he's going to be out by a mile. I don't know who the third base coach is for Frisco, but my man has had a little too much fun before this game. Antone Kelly will come in for Frisco, and he'll start with Muncy, and he'll get him looking on the slider down and away. Great pitch. 2 down now for Butler, and he will chop this one over to first. So despite us being up by 3, it's only been 4 hits on the day for Midlands. Colin Pelusi will come in relief here for the Rockhounds with a 2.08 ERA through his 8 2/3. His first batter, Capers, will single this one into right field. As the Rough Riders still trying to get on the board here in this game. Now 2 down for Chavez. Hits this one up the middle, and it gets through. A diving effort is not enough. So there's 2 on now for Frisco, and the tying run is actually at the plate. 0-2 for Easley, and he looks at a changeup. Might have been a little low, but it's called strike 3. Going to the bottom of the 9th, which means Tyler Ferguson, who's been perfect down here in Double-A, is trying to get the save. He'll start off against Zavala, and he'll jam him inside. That'll be an easy fly out to left field. Next up, Sebastian Wolcott, 1 for 3 on the day. He's going to go 1 for 4. He grounds out to Angeles at second, which means there's 1 more out to go. First pitch to Osuna. He chops this one over to short. Muncy charges, and that'll be the end of the game as the Rockhounds win by a final score of 3-0. As another dominant win here for our minor league squad, Steven Echevarria gets player of the game thanks to his 6 shutout innings in 7 Ks. Second half of the episode, we'll go with the AAA Las Vegas Aviators, who also aren't playing that great. So our organization has not been that good this year. They're sitting at 30-39, but there's still some good prospects to look out for in this game. Daniel Susak has been swinging a good bat for the Aviators, 66 overall, so he could be making an impact at some point. I'm sorry, he's the catcher. I said Muncy's a catcher earlier. That was a lie. He's also our second best prospect in the organization. They say his ETA is this year, so we'll have to see. Clark Elliott's been our best overall hitter, and he's another guy who could be seeing some time in the majors soon. We've talked about how we struggle offensively in the majors, and well, Clark Elliott hitting 292 in Double-A, he could potentially help out Triple-A, excuse me. He's our third best in the organization. Now another guy you're going to see today is a familiar face. Daryl Hernandez. Yes, he has been with the Major League Club this year. Well, we're sending him back down to AAA because Tyler Soderstrom is healthy. He only hit 186 in the majors, so I wanted to give him some work. I don't want him to regress. So he's going to be playing today in AAA. And we're also going to see Luis Medina on the mound. Another guy who we've seen in the majors this year. Had a rough stint in his 19 appearances, so we're hoping his time at AAA can help his growth. Now we're going to be facing the Tacoma Rainiers, who are the AAA affiliate of the Mariners, and they're obviously led by top prospect Harry Ford for them. I'm surprised he's not in the majors already. It should be only a matter of time. They also have Cole Young, the number 27 prospect in baseball. We won't see him today, but he's another top guy for this Tacoma squad in the Mariners organization, as we see both teams that we saw in our last Down on the Farm, funny enough. And this one is going to be in Tacoma at Cheney Stadium. If you watched the series last year with the Mariners, this was a very familiar sight, and we'll see it again. Mauricio Llovera will be on the mound for Tacoma, making a start. As the first inning, we'll start off with Daryl Hernandez getting the leadoff spot in his first AAA game, and he will bloop this one into right center. That'll be a leadoff double, so he's batting 1,000 down here in AAA. 2 batters later, Clark Elliott full count pitch, and he apparently can't check his swing. They're going to say he goes around for the second out. Drew Lugbauer up next, and he's going to hit this one up the middle, and that's going to be an RBI single. We didn't highlight Lugbauer, but Drew has been probably our second best hitter down in AAA besides Clark Elliott. Daniel Susak up next, 2-1 pitch, pokes it into right field, keeps the inning alive. That's going to go all the way to the wall, and we're going to send the runner home all the way from first. But he actually backtracks, and he'll make it safely, so good call there. How about Harris up next? First pitch up the middle, and that's going to score 1. Other runner's going to be waved around. Susak will also be safe, and the Aviators jump out to a 3-0 lead in the top of the first. They'll turn that lead over to Luis Medina, making his 4th AAA start. Hasn't been overly impressive. I mean, he's been a lot better than he was in the majors, but that's not saying much. He gets Harry Ford to fly out in Ford's first at-bat today. Still runner on first for Locklear, who will hit this one up the middle. That'll be gloved by Rosario, but the Rainiers have runners on the corners here. It'll be Brian Anderson up next, 2-2 pitch over to second. and Medina will get through the first without allowing any runs. Top 2, here's Hernandez back at the plate, and he'll draw a walk, so he reaches base again with 1 down. Clark Elliott now 2 down, and he's going to be called out. That slider up nips, yes, just nips the outside part of the plate. Bottom 2 now, here's Windish leading off for Tacoma, and he's going to hit this one down the right field line. And Medina gives up a leadoff double in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Next batter is Chavez, 1-2 pitch, and he chops this one through the right side of the infield. Runner on second has some speed. Play at the plate will be not in time, and Tacoma gets on the board, now 3-1. Top 3 now, Daniel Susac can't lay off the high fastball. That's strike 3. 2 down now for Harris, and he will apparently also go down swinging. So Las Vegas gets nothing after their first inning. Bottom 3 now, Harry Ford back of the dish. He flew out to this left field in the first, and now in the third, he's going to hit this one into the right field gap. That gets up against the wall. The speedy catcher gets into double territory. Now 2 down, Windish strikes out. So Medina again, a leadoff double, but this time he gets through it without allowing a run. Top 5, Hernandez back of the dish, and he's going to single up the middle again. That's a 2-for-2 day for the former major leaguer. 2 down now for Clark Elliott after the double play, and he'll keep the inning alive by hitting this one to right field. And it's actually going to get past the glove of the right fielder. He takes a tumble, and Elliott's got some speed. He's going to wheel his way all the way to third. That's his first triple in his AAA career. Drew Lugbauer, who has an RBI already today, rips this one to right field, and that one's going to get down as well. Aviators played another. It's 4-1 now in favor of the road squad, thanks to Drew Lugbauer again coming through in the clutch. That'll also do it for Yavera. They're going to turn it over to the righty Corey Abbott, and he'll have to finish the inning against Susac, and again, Susac can't lay off the high fastball. The Aviators do get 1 to make it 4-1. However, Medina again continues to allow base runners. He's got 2 on, 1 out here in the 5th, and Locklear will shot one up the middle, and that'll be an RBI single. Tacoma again gets that run back. It's now 4-2. Trying to get through the inning. Anderson up next. Hits this one to shallow left center. This one will be caught by Rosario, but Ford will score. Medina has now given up 3. It's a 1-run lead. Top 6, Abbott still on the mound for Tacoma. Here's Brett Harris, who gets a nice pitch to hit, and he drills this one to deep left center and off the wall. That's going to be a leadoff double here in the 6th inning as the Vegas Aviators try to get their runs back. Masterman with 2 down will draw a walk, so that's 2 on now for the top of the order. It's Darell Hernandez. He gets good contact again. He goes into another base hit. That's his 3rd one today, and it's going to be a 2 RBI double as Hernandez gets both runs back with 1 swing of the bat. 3 for 3 on the day. 6-3 Aviators as Rosario will then strike out. Gerson Moreno will come into the 6th inning for Las Vegas. He'll also get tasked with the 7th. As with 2 down, here's Brian Anderson at the dish, and he rips one deep left center. This one's got some carry, and it's going to hit off of the very top of the wall. That one was inches away from going out of here. Instead, it's a 2-out double for Brian Anderson. Windish up next, though, will hit this one into center field, so he will score. That'll make it 6-4 now in favor of the Aviators, as Tacoma, they're not going away too easily. Next batter, Chavez up next. Chopper in the middle, can't get a glove on it. It's going to get through, and the Rainiers off the throw from Rosario. That's not in time. Get it to within 1. Now 6-5. Las Vegas will call on Gerardo Reyes to try to get the final out. He does, and then we'll go into the 8th where Danny Jimenez will come in relief, trying to set up our closer. 0-2 pitch to Polkovich. He gets jammed, and Danny Jimenez will do his job. He gets him down 1-2-3. Which means we're going to go into the 9th. First, Kirby Sneed will come in for Tacoma, the lefty out of the pen. And Hernandez gets another base hit. How about a 4-for-4 day in his first AAA game, as well as a walk? So 5 times Hernandez has reached base. Unfortunately, though, nothing has been able to happen with a lot of those times. But here's Clark Elliott, who hits this one into left field. And Hernandez will try to get the 3rd, and he will. So runners on the corners, 1 down for Drew Lugbauer. 0-1 pitch, he pops this one up into shallow left territory, but it's not deep enough. That'll be the 2nd out. Susac now needs to get a hit. He gets jammed on a sinker into right field and caught, so the Vegas Aviators get nothing in the 9th, which means it's going to be a 1-run lead for Vinny Natoli The former New York Met has been our closer in AAA. He's 14 out of 19. He strikes out Harry Ford. That's 1 down. Locklear up next. Rips it into center. And it's over the diving glove of Rosario, and this is some trouble. Gets all the way to the wall. Locklear will round second. He'll head to third. And the Rainiers' tying run is only 90 feet away. Next up, Brian Anderson. First pitch swinging. Hits this one to deep right center. This one will be caught, but Locklear will look to tag. The throw will be not in time, and Tacoma has tied it up. Another blown save for Vinny Natoli, as he does get through the 9th, but we're tied up at 6-6, so we blow a 6-3 lead. Going to the 10th, where Alvarez will hit this one up the middle, so we will get our extra base runner, and we will take a 7-6 lead. Shireman up next will then chop this one over to shorts. That'll be 6-4-3, so Vegas again takes the lead, but the Rainiers will have their own runner on second. Chavez up first, rips this one into right field, and it's going to get down. Elliott comes up firing, runner will stay at third, but still nobody out. Shrek up next, a big strikeout by Natoli, who stays in the game. Double play could end it. Rodden up next, and he draws a walk. So bases loaded, 1 down. Top of the order, Ryan Bliss, a top prospect, swings and misses, which means Tacoma's down to their final out. We're going to turn it over to Francisco Perez, though. The lefty will go up against the switch hitter. Polkovich will hit from the right side this time. He'll get jammed. This one's into right field, and it will be caught, and Las Vegas will win by a final score of 7-6 in 10 innings. So an exciting one here at Cheney Stadium. Dale Hernandez gets player of the game. He reached base 5 times, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs. A great game. So that was our Down on the Farm. Next episode, we'll rejoin the Major League squads. We'll have homestands against Kansas City and Minnesota. But if you guys enjoyed the Down on the Farm episode, let me know what prospect do you think could potentially be making the move to the major soon. If you enjoy it, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.